All right, Emma. So often when folks get into affiliate marketing, they tend to, they stick to the well-trodden paths, don't they? The same old product reviews, the same keyword research. But today, we're really going to dig into, what lies beyond that. The truly unconventional stuff that actually gives you an edge.
Yeah, I totally get that, James. It's like everyone's just, doing the same thing. And it feels like, well, if you're doing what everyone else is doing, how do you even stand out? What does unconventional even mean for an affiliate marketer, truly, at its core?
That's a brilliant question, actually. At its core, it means questioning every assumption. It's not just about, oh, I'll find a new traffic source. It's about, how can I fundamentally reframe how I approach this entire business? It's a mindset shift, from just being a promoter to becoming like an ecosystem builder. The thing is, most people just they don't even think to look outside the box, do they? They just see the box.
Right. So it's not just a different tactic, it's like a whole different way of thinking about your role and your impact almost. So, where do you even begin with a mindset like that? Because, think differently is easy to say, but harder to, well, actually do.
Precisely. And it starts with identifying what everyone else is doing and then purposefully doing the opposite, or at least a significant variation. It's about finding the friction points in the conventional approach and smoothing them out or exploiting them. It's about agility, really, and just not being afraid to fail fast, if that makes sense.
Okay, so starting with the mindset shift makes sense. But then after that, where do we go? Because niche discovery is something everyone talks about, but you mentioned overlooked niches. How do you even how do you find those? Isn't every niche super saturated already?
See, that's where the conventional thinking trips people up. Most people look for niches as broad categories, don't they? Like weight loss or pet care. An overlooked niche, Emma, is often a micro niche within a niche, or a combination of two seemingly unrelated niches. The magic happens when you connect dots others aren't seeing, Like organic vegan dog food for senior pugs with sensitive stomachs. Sounds specific, doesn't it?
Wow, okay, that's really specific. But then wouldn't that mean your audience is just incredibly tiny? Like how do you make money if you're targeting, only people with senior pugs with sensitive stomachs?
That's the beauty of it, actually. While the audience might seem smaller, they're often far more passionate, far more engaged, and crucially, they're actively searching for solutions to very specific problems. They're not just browsers, they're buyers. And because it's so specific, the competition is virtually non-existent. You become the absolute authority for that tiny fervent group, you see? It's about depth, not breadth.
I see what you mean. So it's like instead of trying to be everything to everyone in a huge niche, you're becoming the go-to person for a very specific problem within a niche. So, any tips on how to actually brainstorm these kinds of combinations? Like beyond just pugs with sensitive stomachs?
Absolutely. Start with your own interests, what problems you faced, or even observe communities online. Look for forums, subreddits, Facebook groups where people are complaining or asking very granular questions. That's where you find those underserved pockets. It's like digging for gold, but you're using a really fine-toothed comb. Once you've nailed down that overlooked niche, the next hurdle is, of course, traffic. And again, most affiliates default to Facebook ads, Google ads, or just generic SEO. But we're talking guerrilla traffic generation, Emma. This is about being clever, being nimble, and going where your niche is, even if it's not a conventional marketing channel.
Guerrilla traffic? That sounds intense. So, we're not talking about buying ads on a billboard, are we? What kind of unconventional places are we talking about where these super specific niche audiences hang out?
Oh, absolutely not billboards, no. Think about niche forums, very specific subreddits, not just general ones. Think about Discord servers dedicated to a particular hobby, or even local community groups if your niche has a geographical component. It's about active participation, not just dropping links. You add value, you answer questions, you establish yourself as a helpful member of the community first. Then, very organically, your solution can be introduced.
So it's not just blasting links. It's more like you're integrating yourself into the community, building trust, and then when it's appropriate, you share something helpful that just happens to be an affiliate link. Is that the idea?
Spot on. It's relationship building at scale almost. You become a trusted resource. Another often overlooked avenue is leveraging smaller, passionate blogs or podcasts that cater to your micro niche. Offer to write a guest post or be a guest on their podcast. They have an audience that's hyper-targeted and already engaged. It's far more effective than trying to reach millions of lukewarm prospects.
That makes a lot of sense. So you're essentially like finding pre-existing, engaged audiences and contributing value there. It's almost like old school networking, but with a digital twist. Any other quick guerrilla tactics come to mind?
Definitely. Consider leveraging platforms like Pinterest, not just for fashion or recipes, but for highly visual specific product comparisons or how-to guides for your niche. Or even Quora or Reddit for answering very specific questions and positioning your affiliate product as a genuine solution. The key is intent. People on these platforms are actively seeking answers, which is golden. Okay, so we're talking about getting into these communities and really like adding value, but creating all that original, valuable content can be a huge time sink, right? Is there an unconventional way to make your content go further without constantly reinventing the wheel? Absolutely, Emma. And you've hit on a critical point. Content repurposing alchemy is what I like to call it. Most people create one piece of content, maybe a blog post, and then they let it sit there. The unconventional approach is to treat that one piece as the raw material for, say, 10 different pieces of content across multiple platforms, effectively multiplying your reach with the same effort. Oh, that sounds super smart. So, if I write a blog post, what else can I actually turn it into? Give me some examples, because I'm thinking, maybe a tweet, but that doesn't seem very alchemy to me. No, much more than that. A comprehensive blog post, for instance, could be stripped down into a series of Instagram carousels, each slide highlighting a key point. Or you could record yourself reading it, turning it into a short podcast segment. Even better, take the core points and create a visual infographic for Pinterest or LinkedIn. Break down statistics into individual shareable images. You could even turn it into a short, punchy video script for TikTok or YouTube Shorts. Wow, so it's like taking the same information, but totally changing its format for different platforms. That makes so much sense because people consume content in different ways, don't they? So, how do you make sure that each repurposed piece still feels fresh and not just a copy-paste job? Exactly. The alchemy part is in adapting it for the platform's native style. A TikTok video needs to be fast-paced and visual. An Instagram carousel needs compelling graphics. It's not just duplicating content, it's reimagining it. And the beauty is, it drives traffic back to your core affiliate offer from all these diverse channels, amplifying your presence without constantly burning yourself out trying to create new content from scratch every single day. Now, let's talk about conversions, Emma. Most affiliates, they'll put up a review, slap an affiliate link on it, and hope for the best. But truly effective affiliates understand advanced conversion psychology. And I'm not talking about manipulation here, I mean ethical persuasion. One powerful yet often misused tool is scarcity and urgency. Oh, scarcity and urgency? I feel like I see that everywhere. And sometimes it just feels, a bit pushy or even fake. Like limited time offer when it's always limited time. How do you use that ethically and unconventionally without turning people off? Precisely. The trick, actually, is genuine scarcity. It has to be real. For instance, if you're promoting a course and the creator genuinely limits enrollment to 50 students to ensure personalized attention, that's legitimate scarcity. You're not making it up. Your role then is to simply communicate that truth effectively. Or you might promote a bonus package that you create, which is only available for a short window because you're manually providing one-on-one setup calls. That's real urgency.
I see. So the unconventional part is making sure the scarcity or urgency is tied to a real constraint or a unique value you are adding. It's not just a timer on a page, it's about actual limited resources. So, what about framing offers? How do you make something sound genuinely irresistible beyond just listing features?
Framing is absolutely everything. Instead of saying, this tool has feature XYZ, you frame it around the transformation or the problem solved. For instance, for our senior pugs with sensitive stomachs niche, you wouldn't just say, this is organic dog food. You'd say, finally, a way to ensure your beloved senior pug enjoys every meal without digestive upset, giving them more vibrant, happy years by your side. See the difference? It's about their desired outcome, their emotional connection, not just the product specs.
Wow, that's a huge difference. So it's like you're painting a picture of the future they want, and the product is just the vehicle to get them there, not the destination itself. That's really, that's powerful. Okay, James, so we've talked about finding niches, getting traffic, and convincing people to convert. But what about the long game, like building something truly sustainable? Everyone talks about email lists, but it feels so conventional. Is there an unconventional twist to building an email asset empire?
There absolutely is, Emma. The conventional approach is, I'll collect emails for a newsletter. The unconventional approach is viewing email list not just as a broadcast channel, but as a direct owned communication asset, almost like a private community. It's about cultivating relationships, not just sending promotional blasts. The alchemy here is transforming subscribers into genuine fans and repeat buyers.
Private community. That's an interesting way to put it. So, how do you make your email list feel like a community instead of just, a stream of sales pitches? What kinds of things do you send out that aren't just buy this now?
Well, for starters, it's about providing exclusive value. Share insights, strategies, or even personal anecdotes that you wouldn't put anywhere else. Ask questions and genuinely engage with replies. You could run mini surveys, host Q&A sessions just for your email subscribers. You might even segment your list based on interests or pain points, so you're sending highly relevant content to smaller, more engaged groups, rather than a blanket email to everyone.
Segmenting makes so much sense because then it's like people are actually getting stuff that's specifically for them, right? Not just generic info. So, what about lead magnets? Is there an unconventional way to entice people onto your list beyond a basic free ebook?
Absolutely. Instead of a generic ebook, create a unique tool or a very specific checklist that solves an immediate problem. For instance, a senior pug digestive health tracker or a micro-niche keyword idea generator, something highly actionable and specific to your audience. The perceived value is much higher, and it filters for truly interested subscribers. It's about being truly useful, not just giving away more content that they might not even read. All right, so we've established the email asset. Let's talk about another often overlooked area for growth: leveraging micro-influencers and creating unique community deals. Most affiliates go for the big names, don't they? The ones with millions of followers. But that's incredibly expensive and often less effective now.
Yeah, I can definitely see that. Big influencers are super pricey, and sometimes it feels like their audience isn't as engaged anymore? So, micro influencers, that makes sense, but how micro are we talking? And how do you even approach them without sounding like you just want something?
We're talking individuals with perhaps 1,000 to 50,000 followers, but crucially, their audience is hyper-engaged and trusts them deeply. Think about a hobbyist blogger, a niche YouTuber, or a really active person on TikTok in a super specific category. The unconventional approach is to build a genuine relationship first. Don't just pitch. Engage with their content, leave thoughtful comments, share their work, become a fan first. Then, when you do reach out, it's not cold.
Oh, that's smart. So it's like the guerrilla traffic approach again, where you're building trust and community first. But then, what about these community deals? Is that like, group discounts?
Exactly, but with a twist. Instead of just a generic discount code, you can negotiate exclusive bundles or extended trials directly with product vendors for your specific audience. You might say, hey, for my Senior Pug Digest community, can we offer a special starter kit with a month's supply and a personalized diet plan? That's value that no one else can get. It makes your affiliate link far more compelling and strengthens your bond with your audience.
That's brilliant, James. So you're not just sending people to a product page, you're creating a unique, tailored offer just for your audience, almost like a VIP pass. That's a massive differentiator. And then the micro-influencers help you spread that unique offer to their engaged audiences too.
Precisely. It's about thinking collaboratively and adding layers of value that the average affiliate simply isn't bothering with. This creates a powerful network effect and positions you as a true value-add partner, both for the vendors and for your dedicated audience.
That's all sounds amazing, James, but it also sounds like a lot of work, like a lot of relationship building, a lot of content repurposing, specific deals. How do you scale all of this without just, working yourself to exhaustion? Is there an unconventional way to automate growth ethically?
That's the million-dollar question, isn't it? The conventional answer is hire a VA, but for unconventional scaling, you need to first identify repetitive tasks that don't require your unique touch, and then leverage smart automation tools not just for email, but for content distribution and even basic community management. Think about using Zapier or IFTTT to connect different platforms, schedule posts, or even set up alerts for relevant conversations you can jump into.
Okay, so like connecting social media scheduling tools or having a notification when someone mentions a keyword in a forum, that kind of thing?
But how do you keep it ethical? Because automation can sometimes feel impersonal.
Excellent point. The key is to automate the mundane, the low-value, high-volume tasks, so you can focus your human energy on the high-value, high-touch interactions. For instance, automate the initial welcome email sequence to new subscribers, but then personalize subsequent emails based on their engagement. Automate social media scheduling, but always be present to reply to comments and direct messages personally. It's about augmenting your efforts, not replacing your authentic voice.
So automation frees you up to be more human where it counts. I like that. So, what are some of the low-value, high-volume tasks that affiliates often do manually but could totally automate?
Absolutely. Things like tracking mentions of your brand or niche keywords across the web, pulling reports, formatting content for different social platforms, sending out follow-up reminders, even basic lead qualification. These are all ripe for automation. And once those are handled, you've got precious time back to engage with your email community, strategize new micro-niche opportunities, or forge deeper relationships with those micro-influencers. It allows you to expand your reach without expanding your work hours exponentially. Do you know what I mean?
Ultimately, Emma, all these unconventional hacks, they boil down to one thing: playing the long game, sustainable value creation. Most affiliates are chasing the quick buck, jumping from trend to trend. But affiliate alchemy is about building something enduring, something that truly transforms your affiliate game, you know?
Yeah, I've definitely seen a lot of that, where people just try to ride the wave of whatever's hot this week. So, if sustainable value is the goal, What's like the biggest takeaway you'd want listeners to remember from all these unconventional strategies?
It's to stop thinking like an affiliate and start thinking like a business owner or a trusted advisor. Your role isn't just to direct traffic, it's to solve problems, build communities, and offer solutions that genuinely improve people's lives. When you focus on that, the affiliate commissions become a natural byproduct of the value you provide, rather than the sole objective. That's the real shift, actually.
So it's like instead of just pushing products, you're curating solutions and becoming a resource. And then, because you've built that trust and provided so much value, people are actually happy to buy through your links because they know you've done the research for them. That makes so much sense.
Precisely. Think about it. Our senior pug with sensitive stomachs niche. If you become the absolute go-to authority, providing genuine, helpful information, people won't just buy the food you recommend, they'll trust you for every product recommendation for their pug. That's powerful. That's a loyal customer for life, not just a one-off sale. And that's truly sustainable.
Wow. Okay, James, this has been incredibly insightful. It's really changed my perspective on how to approach affiliate marketing, not just with different tactics, but truly a different mindset. So much to think about and actually apply.
Glad to hear it, Emma. And that's exactly what we want our listeners to walk away with. Actionable insights, but more importantly, a renewed vision for what's truly possible beyond the conventional. Now, go on, get out there and start building that unconventional